Hi everybody. Today we are discussing about an object which falls freely under gravity, and here I will give you a very short method to find the distance traveled in a given second. Now as an example, I will give a situation that when this object falls freely from rest. Now you can see that the initial velocity of this object here that I dropped is 0, and it falls freely under gravity, so that its acceleration becomes equal to simple g. That means normally we take it as 9.81 meters per square second, or otherwise for easy calculation we consider it as 10 meters per square second. Now here, think that you need to find the distance traveled in the 5th second. We can do it instantly in 5 seconds. Now here you have to find the distance traveled in the 5th second. Now here the answer will be 9 into 5. It becomes 45 meters. This one is the distance traveled in the 5th second. Now think that you have to find the distance traveled in the 11th second. It's very easy. 21 into 5 become the distance traveled in the 11th second. It becomes 105 meters. So that this one is a very short method. Now think that you are having to find the distance falls in the 5th second. It becomes 45 meters, and think that you are having to find it in the 11th second. We took it as 105 meters, and now think that you are having to find the distance traveled in the 7th second. It becomes 13 into 5. That means it becomes 65 meters. Now sometimes you may think that how we can take a such simple method to find the travel distance or the drop height in a given second. We can do it instantly. Now here this one is for the 5th second, and this one is for the 11th second, and this one is for the 7th second. Now I have taken all the distances. This one is very simple. Now think about the common relation for the odd numbers. You know about odd numbers. They become 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that. What will be the common relation for this one? It becomes 2n minus 1. If I am taking the nth term, then it becomes Tn equals 2n minus 1. Now here, think about the 5th odd number. You can apply 5 instead of n here. 2 into 5, that means I am taking T5. It becomes 2 into 5 minus 1. It becomes 9. And next, think about the 11th odd number, T11. Now it becomes 2 into 11 minus 1. That means it becomes 21. And think about the 7th odd number. That means T7. It becomes 2 into 7 minus 1. It becomes 13. Now here you are having all the numerical values that we took earlier to solve this problem. Here you are having number 9, and here again I am having 9. Here 21, and again here I am having 21. And here it becomes 13, and also I took that one as 13. Now here you can see that I have multiplied the taken odd number by 5 and taken the travel distance in the given second. This one is a very simple method, right? Clearly you will have all the answers accurately. That means for a given second, definitely you are going to find the travel distance when the object has dropped freely to fall under gravity, right? So that here I will explain that how you can find the fallen height in a given second by a mathematical method. This one is the most easiest method that we can use to solve such problem, and I will explain that how we are taking this relation now, right? Remember the values that I took earlier, right? Now here, think about an object that I drop freely to move under gravity. Now here, think that I am releasing it when the time becomes 0, and think after a second, that means here the time becomes 1 second. Think about the distance fallen here. I am taking it as x1. I can use a simple relation to find x1. I am using the standard relation s equals ud plus half at squared to find x1. Here the fallen height becomes x1, and think about the term ut. Here u become the initial velocity. Now you that the initial velocity becomes 0, and so that here ut becomes 0. Half into a. Now here the acceleration due to gravity become 10 meters per square second. I am taking it as 10 for easy calculations, and so that here I am applying it as 10, and the time become 1 seconds, 1 square. So that here x1 become 5 meters. That means clearly it has dropped a distance 5 meters in its first second of motion. Now later I will take the position here after 2 seconds. Now here I am taking this distance as x2. The time become 2 seconds. Here I will find the value of x2 by using the same relation here. Now I am applying this equation s equals ud plus half at squared towards vertical downward direction to find x2. Now here if I am taking 2 seconds, then the total distance fallen become x1 plus x2, and here ud term becomes 0, and so that I am not writing that one again, and half a become 10, and the time become 2 seconds. Now here if you are solving this one, you will have it as 20 meters. 20 meters. We know that x1 was 5 meters, and here x1 plus x2 is taken as 20 meters. Now since x1 become 5 meters, I can have x2 as 15 meters. Now you can see that here the distance x2 become 3 times as x1. That means if I am taking the travel distance in the first second as 1 unit, in the second second it travels 3 units, right? I am taking another second here. That means here the total time become here 3 seconds. I am taking the distance fallen here as x3, and again I am using the same relation to find x3, and I am considering the motion until the end of 3 seconds here, and x1 plus x2 plus x3 become equal to half into acceleration become 10, time become 3 seconds, 3 squared. Now here we have taken that x1 plus x2 become 20 meters. This summation become 20 meters, and so that I can take x3 as 25 meters. Simply you can solve this one, it become 45, and here x3 become 25 meters. Now clearly you can see that here, if I am taking a ratio between the distances traveled in each second, that means x1 to x2 to x3. Now here you can see that 5 to 15 to 25. Now here I am having a ratio 1 to 3 to 5 to like that. Now it's clear that we are having a set of odd numbers here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 like that. So that it's clear, if I am separating the motion of this object, then if the travel distance in the first second become 1 division, there are 3 divisions in the second, 3 divisions. And here in the third second it will be 5 divisions like this. And so that a value of a division become 5 meters. Right? A value of a division become 5 meters. So that here, according to the easy method, actually we took the numerical value or the odd number that we have to consider. Now think about the 7th second. In the 7th second, we took it as 2 into 7 minus 1. According to the common relation for the odd numbers. And we took it as 13. That means if you are considering about divisions, it falls 13 divisions in the 7th second. That means the total distance become 13 into 5 meters, which has fallen in the 7th second. It become 65 meters. And you can practice the same procedure for the others. Right? This one is a very short method that you can use to find the fallen height in a given second. So that apply this one when you are solving problems by your mind, and it will be more easier than we write expressions. And so that it will be more better to solve the problem by your mind, and sometimes you have to be careful, because if you are taking the numerical values incorrectly, you will lose marks when you are facing an exam. Don't forget it. But if you can practice this one, actually this one will be a very valuable relation. Don't forget, try to find the odd number and multiply it by 5. You will take the answer. Okay. And also in the next sessions I will explain about how to solve circuits by using easy methods, and I am having a set of very simple easy methods to give you, and I will give them in the next videos that you will see. Okay, goodbye.